Welcome to Busted Knees and Pretty Trees. As always, we thank you for coming along, and if you find that you like our show, give us a follow at I'm Doing This For You, Patty. Busted Pretty on IG, YouTube, and Blue Sky. Check out our bustedpretty.com for links to all that. Plus, our growing list of guests and links to their respective conservation organizations. If you find one that tickles your fancy, why don't you send them a few bucks? If you don't have that kind of cheddar laying around, I believe they accept the elbow grease of motivated volunteers. Any support is much appreciated. I'm Travis J. White, and with great relief, I'm happy to say Bradley Greer is with me back on the turntables. Sadly,
ones and twos.
Sadly, we do not have Patty with us in studio this episode, but Patty, you are still in our hearts. Last week, Brad told me and Patty he was leaving to go get a carton of cigs, and not to worry. He'd be back in a flash. He never came back. We waited up all night, wondering, is this all our fault? Were Patty and I unlovables? Dark times for the both of us. Come to find out, Brad was just hanging with Sarah. Brad must have felt comfortable leaving the complexities of Busted Pretty podcast operations in the hand of his two highly capable and trusted teammates. Long story short, instead of trying to understand our dad, Brad, we chose to rebel against this feeling of abandonment in the form of anarchy. And the recording failed to meet even our lowest standards. Just a couple salty sailors without a skipper. Not even a compass. But fear not, Brad is back, and everyone should be hearing us loud and clear. We've got a fun show ahead. I don't know if Brad planned for it, but I'm going to be asking him about his trip through the Cumberland Gap and on to Charleston.
And everywhere in between.
So I did something interesting. I decided to reach out on Reddit with our podcast. And so I wrote a nice little thing about it, and I got banned from a subreddit for promoting something. And I just posted like, hey, this is Busted Knees and Pretty Trees. We've been doing this. We're almost on our 100th episode. Kind of explained what we do. And I mentioned like our latest guest that of note was like Bill Wade from the Association of National Park Rangers, and they just banned me, and I felt really bad about it.
I could see it because it would be like, yeah, I would feel bad too, but I could see it being like, if they were to allow that, everybody would be like, check out my podcast, come to my store. If you're ever in this city, check out
But I noticed a lot of them now have no promotion. Yeah, I don't know. That really... But some made it through. I'm telling you right now, here's the ones that banned us. Our Wilderness Backpacking.
Oh, damn.
Our Wilderness Camping and Hiking and Camping and Hiking. You guys have lost an ally on this day. But hey, subreddit, our hiking gear. You're cool. Yeah. You kept us around, and all we're trying to do is just spread the love. We make no money off of this.
Yeah, it's a labor of love.
And I even mentioned that in my description of our podcast.
We can't even afford an SD card to record fast enough when I'm not here.
We get very angry at each other because we don't have enough money to do what we do. But we still do it because we love it.
I am very curious. So how does it feel to have recorded an episode in the dark now? Like it's lost to the world. You and Patty sat down here, hammered it out, and I don't even know what you guys talked about.
You know, maybe like a few years ago, really, really tear me up.
Would have chapped your ass.
Yeah. But you know what? It's just like, well, What are you going to do about it?
Like, oh, we had fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you have fun recording it?
We did.
'Cause it was like a game night, right?
Yeah, we had a game night, a full game night.
Damn. Who won?
Oh, shoot. Oh, my gosh, dude.
I did.
It was probably the most insane out-of-the-box one we've had yet, for sure.
Oh, boy.
And I don't even know if I don't know. It might pop up in a wet, dark basement somewhere in 100 years.
At least maybe clips of it. Oh, there's the News Panther. Was he here last week?
No.
In the lost episode?
He didn't want to have anything to do with that shit show.
Oh, we need to come up with a name for it. Like in Community, they call it the gas year or whatever. We need to come up with a name for that episode.
The what now?
The episode that will never see the never make it to air. We need to come up with a name for it.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. So today's for the News Panther. I have a couple just quick hit stories. They're kind of updates. So you've heard me talk about Jackie and Shadow, right? The bald eagle duo that's in Big Bear Valley.
Is that the one they have
California?
the camera on?
Yeah. They have
Where they're like covered in snow, just like guarding the eggs.
That's the famous, like one of the famous videos of Jackie.
Yeah.
Big Bear got like 40 something inches of snow and she stayed incubating the eggs the whole time.
Yeah, that looked really cool.
Yeah. So that was
dedication.
Jackie. Yeah, that was Jackie. They've been basically, they took over this nest. Jackie was there first and she had a man called Mr. B. And then the next year, she kicked his ass to the curb and brought in Shadow.
What made her do that?
I don't know. I think if they feel like you're not providing enough,
like you're not catching enough fish,
like while she's roosting, yeah. And Shadow's known as an excellent fish. Like he can catch a fish with the best of them. Yeah. So
can't blame her.
So since 2018, Jackie and Shadow have been on YouTube. Like their nest has been recorded and streamed from the Friends of Big Bear on YouTube. So all of this to say, I have some unfortunate news.
Oh.
We lost Jackie. Jackie passed away.
Mama?
Yeah. They have become, because of this nest, one of the most recognizable pair of bald eagles in the country. Like, I guarantee every news channel did a story about this, Jackie passing away.
Yeah, Wayne 15 certainly did.
Yeah. It's a big deal. It's a bummer because they've even just like raised awareness through this cam and they're like just seeing how, because you see them lay eggs, roost the eggs, how they get through that, the eggs hatching, the eaglets are there. You're watching, like you can watch all of it on the cam. It's awesome.
Watch them as fledglings, like trying to learn how to fly.
Yeah. They're like flapping their wings, and I've seen a couple and then there's always. You'll usually miss when they fledge, but then Friends of Big Bear post clips of them fledging and doing their first flight.
Yeah.
And then like flying a Shadow or something. It's just super cool. So yeah, Jackie passed away in the early hours of August 10th at Ojai Raptor Center. And she was there for 3 weeks and just getting intensive medical care. And it still seems kind of
the ailment.
Well, it seems kind of strange because she was found unable to fly, and they're pretty sure she was got in a fight with 2 sub-adult bald eagles on the shores of Big Bear Lake, and kind of like a territorial thing. Like she was defending her territory. And I feel like there were some may have come to the nest or something throughout the year too, because they did have a failed clutch earlier in the year, and ravens got into the eggs. So this happened. They found her, but then she was like low white blood cell count. There was just all kinds of things going on with her, and it seems weird that would come from a fight. So everybody's kind of
measure that.
Well, in this Raptor Center was kind of like this is what they do
when she was sick.
Yeah.
They measured that. Okay.
Yeah, and so there was all kinds of things going on with her, and like they just couldn't figure out how that would all come from a fight with other eagles. So it's still kind of a mystery, like what exactly happened. But either way, she passed away. They approximate her like being 14 years old.
Wow.
And the average lifespan is 15 to 25. So they
That's
took
a good
her.
one.
a little early. She's known to have laid 25 eggs on that live stream.
25?
Yeah, which only 10 of which hatched into eaglets.
What's the average, you think?
I don't know. I know that 2 eggs per clutch is pretty normal. If they have 3 eggs per clutch, they're prospering. And then if there's 1 egg, they're not doing so hot.
What percentage of eggs do they expect to hatch?
I don't like. This seems like she was a normal, because like 25 eggs, 10 hatched. And because like that year with the snowfall, those didn't hatch.
Oh.
And then they didn't even have a clutch, or they didn't have any the next year either.
Like they just couldn't keep them warm enough?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Probably. But so that they name all of the eaglets that hatch. Because, you have Jackie Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And there's submissions online that you can submit names, but then the local Big Bear Elementary School votes on what they're going to name the eaglets.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool. So here's to the 10 names over the years. One was BBB. I didn't get that one, like 3 Bs. That was the first one. And then Stormy, Cookie, Simba, Spirit, Misty, Sunny, Gizmo. And then this year is Sandy and Luna, which this happened.
We've come back around.
Yeah.
Stormy, Luna, Sandy, here we go.
And like I know Sunny and Gizmo made it last year, and there were 3 eggs last year.
Gizmo? I mean, you couldn't be more spot on.
That's awesome.
The 90s are back, baby.
And that was 2 females too, Sunny and Gizmo. Like it's every animal that's in trouble, like having more females is definitely good because, like males can get multiple females pregnant. So, and this happened when Sandy and Luna fledged. So Shadow was like, he was running the house, taking care of bringing them fish because they would like go like, fly off the nest, perch somewhere. And in my mind, I always feel like they're just like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, how did I get over here? And what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
So they'll call, and then the parents normally bring a fish to them. And so Shadow was taking care of him still on his own. But you know what? That dirty dog, the day after Jackie passed away, spotted with goddamn KD1, an eagle that's banded, female, sub-adult, in the nest with Shadow.
That fast?
That fast. Which it was 3 weeks. She'd been gone. She'd been gone for 3 weeks.
That nest is still warm.
Yeah. She still got poop in that nest. But yeah, and it's funny because every time I turn the stream on now, it's Shadow with KD1.
How do you feel about it?
Oh, it's tough. I know Sarah's pissed. She's like, that slime ball. How dare him?
Fucking snuck.
They haven't even figured out what to do with Jackie's body yet, and he's out there with KD1. So KD1 is from.
I think he knew about KD1 way before she died, dude.
Oh shit! So she's from that, like kind of within 100 miles of the area where she was hatched, and she was banded when she was an eaglet. KD1.
Oh, no kidding.
Or at least I think. I don't even know if they've
considered local. 100 miles?
They said, like, I was watching a thing on KD1, and this biologist said that when they fledge, and then so they'll stay in the area for a while when they fledge, but then they disperse and they just go off and like it's almost like in college when you do your overseas year or whatever. Yeah. Like they'll go go explore everything.
What do they call it? The Wunderspringen or something?
Oh shit, what is it? That's the Amish. Rumspringa.
There we go.
Yeah.
The one time I
Perfect.
So they go on their Rumspringa, and then they typically come back to the area and then start looking for a territory that they can claim. So that's what they think happened. Like she might have left and then came back, and now she's like within the range of her home nest. And she just rolled up. She's like, "Damn, this nest looks nice." And then, like within a little bit,
does he have a say?
Flew in. I mean, I think he could probably fight her and like, "This is my territory. I'm waiting for Jackie. Get out of here."
Like, were there eggs when she died?
No, they had
Okay.
hatched. Yeah,
Okay.
that was Luna and Sandy. They had just fledged, so they're still in the area. Probably. I don't know if they've dispersed the area yet.
Man, he had to have a call out. Like, you just don't go flying
Yeah,
into a
it's
nest.
perfect. But it is sad. I mean, it is a bummer because they were like an iconic duo. I know I've been watching them for like 3 or so years. So, R.I.P. Jackie.
Hey, you
she
know
did
what?
good. She left a good legacy.
Those bald eagles know what they're up against.
Yeah,
And they just gotta keep reproducing.
yeah. All right. So, and more
Oh, there's
uplifting.
more.
Yeah, this is one quick uplifting news. Do you remember what happened September of last year? There was a competition, a bracket competition.
It wasn't birding, was it?
And it's about things preparing for winter.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Oh, do you have a soundbite?
I was gonna. It's the Big Bear contest week is coming up.
Oh, the
Fat Bear.
The fat bear.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Fat Bear 2026. So the camera has gone live on Brooks Range. You can go to explorer.com and there's a YouTube, or I think you can just go to YouTube and search like Explorer Fat Bear.
This is in
contest.
Alaska.
Yeah, this is at the famous Brooks Falls in Katmai National Park. You can visit there and you can there's a platform where you can overlook the Brooks Falls.
Yeah.
And there's dozens. Like if you go to the camera, most times the later on in the year, I think the more, but there'll be dozens of brown bears.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you
Yeah.
see like a photograph when it's behind the people on like the catwalk
Yeah.
or whatever, and you see
Yeah.
all these bears and all these people looking at them.
Yeah. Katmai's a dream trip some year. You have to fly into Katmai. I don't think you can drive there.
Can you boat in?
No, I don't think so.
Dang.
But yeah, so they've last year Chunk, if you remember, Chunk won.
Well,
he clocked in at like 1,200 pounds, and he had a broken jaw when Fat Bear Week started.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And so he's been spotted. He made it through the winter. Somebody spotted him in the spring. So Chunk's probably going to be back. He may be back already. Check out the live stream, see if he's there. He's got a big scar across his snout, and his jaw is still just a little fucked up. Like it's a little
Did he
crooked.
get that with a fight with another bear?
Yeah, that's what they assume. Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
what a trooper.
Yeah. So, yeah, start paying attention.
And he's eating more than anybody.
Yeah. They said there was a number. It was like the average one eats like 100 plus pounds of fish that in a day, 120 pounds of salmon per day. Yeah.
Dude gets after it.
It's crazy.
He's not sleeping until it's time to hibernate.
I do. And this is one thing that I think I always learn and then I always forget. Do you know what the difference between a brown bear and a grizzly bear is?
A brown bear and a grizzly?
Yeah.
I thought they were the same thing.
Is it size?
Like it's what they eat and location, but because of what they eat, it is like size too. So brown bears are larger than grizzlies. They eat salmon and they live near the coast, and grizzlies live further inland and eat insects, vegetation, and berries. So grizzlies are a little bit smaller than the brown bears, at least in Alaska.
Oh.
So
are these brown bears we're watching, not
Yeah.
grizzlies?
Well, no, these are brown bears. Grizzlies refer to brown bears like they're the same as brown bears, but they live inland.
Oh.
So like
okay.
all grizzlies are brown bears, but not all brown bears are grizzlies.
That's where.
Yeah.
What a son of a bitch.
So like Kodiak Island, like those are brown bears. Those
Okay.
are, like if they're eating salmon, living coastal, and I always forget.
Wait, grizzlies are brown bears.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So the grizzly man.
Yeah. The big,
Yeah.
like grizzly.
He actually maybe should have been the brown bear man.
Yeah.
Because he was around Katmai.
Oh, wow. Huge revelations
but
on
then-
busted knees and pretty
But
trees.
then, like at Yellowstone, there's grizzlies. In Teton, there's grizzlies.
Because they're inland.
Because they're
I
inland.
mean,
Yeah. And they're not as
Yeah.
big. So,
they
yeah.
are very inland.
So it's cool. I always keep, just like every now and then, like at work or if I'm like going through photos or something, I'll have the Jackie and Shadow cam on, or I'll have the Katmai Explorer.com Fat Bear Contest cam on. Because you see all kinds of crazy shit. You'll see like bald eagles and stuff on the cam. It's pretty cool.
Is there another name for like black bears?
They can be brown faced black bears.
Please
and
tell.
like read. I was just listening to this guy. This is a real tangent. There was this guy. He was doing an interview, and he was like an old game warden in Alabama, but he hunted and guided bear hunts in Alaska, black bear hunts, and he's one of the first people that came up with trail cams. So they asked, like, well, what'd you guys do before trail cams? They would find like a path where the bears would walk through. They would dull hooks out so they weren't sharp. And they would set up like a line with the hook. Let me back up real quick. Hunters would be like, I want a brown-faced black bear. I want a red black bear, like the different color, because that's that's like a crown jewel.
On what they eat?
I'm not sure. I think some of them, I don't know. But so they would scrape this hook as they're walking by and get a little tuft of hair on it. And then this guy could be like, hey, look, this was like in the 70s. Like, hey, look, we got a brown-faced black bear. There's some fur. But then he'd be like, well, is it a nocturnal one or a daytime one?
Oh, my gosh.
So then they would set up a trip line with a watch. And he said, well, this was a construction thing or something that they took. And the trip line would pull like a piece of plastic out of the watch, and it would stop the time on the watch. So you knew what time like a bear walked by.
What year is this?
This was the 70s.
Okay.
And then this is the guy, he eventually started making trail cameras.
No,
like he was one of the first ones to make. I wish I could think of his name.
He really started from the ground up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pretty wild. Hunters drive, technology.
Right.
They're crazy.
You got to tell me when. When was he here?
Yeah. Nocturnal, daytime. Yeah. It's pretty badass. And now look at what trail cams are now. You can get photos on your phone from a trail cam.
Well, I was doing some walking in the woods around my parents' place, and just so happened upon a trail cam.
Oh, that nobody knew about?
Unauthorized that nobody knew about.
Did you pull the SD card on it?
No, it was one of the... I didn't have access to the port. It was one of the newest, pretty, like, locked up.
Did you steal it? I would have ripped it down.
No, I just took a good picture of it and then took it to my dad. And, well, I immediately thought, oh, it's Cousin Ted's. I didn't think much of it. And then I took it to my dad, and he's like, no, I don't remember anybody asking me to do that.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a new trail cam.
Well, he was like, if it's not Ted, because Ted came over, like, that day. And I was like, you got a camera out there? No, he doesn't have one. And we're like, well, maybe it's Shane who lives across the street.
Maybe it's Joe Bob down the road.
And he called Shane who lives across the street. And it was his trail cam.
Oh, that's awesome.
What an asshole.
That's
Shane.
fantastic. I'm glad you didn't.
I'm keeping an eye on the
black
woods.
spray paint that sucker.
I got a good eye
So
for
what
that
was your
shit.
dad? Was your dad okay? Like cool with that? Shane across the street.
I mean, it's fine as long as you ask. You don't give a shit. But it's kind of weird that he just stuck it on there without asking.
Yeah, damn.
What you gonna do?
All right, well, we have an episode to get to today.
And let's get to it.
And we didn't mention Debbie's joining us. She may chime in here and there.
You may have heard her earlier.
Yeah.
It was a surprise.
Travis forgot to introduce.
I brought her along today.
So welcome to the episode.
Thank you.
Let's take a break and get back into it.
Yes, sir.
All right, and we're back. I feel like I can't do as good of a job as Patty Cakes.
He comes in ripping and roaring, doesn't he?
Or right now, we should say he's at his fantasy football draft where he's known as Asterix Patrick's, that you busted out on him one week and caught him off guard.
Yeah, I guess. Are we just trying to punch him?
I feel like we gotta throw in an Asterix Patrick's for his family.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. But anyways, so you've been officially going through the Gospel of Hal Coffel, right? The Birdman of Pembroke. Is that right? Pennville.
In Jay County.
Which we drove through on our way to Mary Gray Bird Sanctuary.
That we did.
Yes.
And I
was looking for the statue of Hal Coffel, but I didn't see it anywhere.
Yeah, my Aunt Cheryl lived in Pennville.
Oh, nice.
So I've got a little bit of a connection to it.
She know him?
Did she know Hal Coffel?
They hook up?
Who died in
he's pretty
1948.
Damn.
Actually, I don't know if that's right. But yeah, I've been reading through, I've been dividing everything into which organization he was writing to, what started it off was the Indiana Audubon Society. And so he was the Birdman of Pennville in Jay County there. He was, and he was also a board member of the Indiana Audubon Society at one point.
And didn't Whitney say the guy that he was corresponding with is kind of their...
Earl Brooks. Yeah. He was the president of the Indiana Audubon Society at the time.
Nice.
And from what I've read, Earl admired Hal very much, but also demanded that he get more memberships in Jay County.
Those are my rookie numbers. You need to pump those numbers up.
Found a letter that kind of leads into something else kind of outside of Hal and Earl here. But this letter is from Earl Brooks, the president of the Indiana Audubon Society, to our bird gospel man here, Hal Coffel, and this is 1930.
Damn, 1930, coming out of the Depression.
Hal Coffel also RIP 1936. I did do some fact checking there.
36.
Yep.
So 1930.
Only 6 more years for poor Hal after this letter.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm trying to think of, we came out of Prohibition, came out of the Depression, the Nazi Party starting up in Europe.
We had the Roaring 20s, they called them?
Yeah, then when
was
the Great Depression?
The old Dust Bowl? I feel like that's kind of around there somewhere.
The Great Depression, it lasted from 1929 to 1939. So
Dust Bowl was the 1930s.
We're right in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah.
You're doing a great job.
There we go.
So this was... We were
in the middle of the Depression in the Dust Bowl.
In it. What else to do than bird?
Mr. Hal H. Coffel, Pennville, Indiana. Dear Mr. Coffel, well, here I am working on the 1931 annual meeting and gathering items for the 1931 bulletin, and also trying to collect enough money to erect a memorial to Isaac Washington Brown in Rochester next summer. All three are progressing very well for the time of the year, but I must keep at it. I just wondered if you could see fit to appear on our programs this year at Muncie on May 8th through the 9th for a talk or paper not to exceed 15 or 20 minutes on whatever subject you see fit to choose.
Ooh.
However, give me the title of the paper as soon as convenient, so as to enable me to fit it in for a balanced program. Can you do it? We are having a bill introduced in this session of the legislature asking that the cardinal be made the state bird.
Ooh.
If you have any interesting ornithological facts that could with profit be in the bulletin, send them along. Sincerely yours, Earl Brooks.
Damn, that northern cardinal.
Yeah.
I wonder what his interesting facts could have been. They mate for life?
Like, they had to put up a case that the cardinal should be...
Yeah, because think if you were like the senator representing Allen County and somebody put the cardinal up, you'd be like, what do you got? What's so cool about the cardinal?
Well, they're red and they're all over the place. What's cool about it, man? I'd be like, well, that's pretty cool.
Sell me. Yeah, they're bright red.
Isn't it cool enough to have them
year
for
round.
more than one state, too, for their state bird? So
yeah, there's a few.
Well, the one thing I want to pull out of this little letter here is the memorial to Isaac Washington Brown. That name popped out to me.
It's a little nugget.
Yes. And I was like, well, if you're going to build
yes.
a memorial to somebody, they must be pretty memorable, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess, I don't know. If you have to build a memorial, they're not that memorable, I guess, because you have to make sure you remind people.
Well, yeah, but it's probably better than you planning to build one after you die. Like other people are planning to build it for him after he died. So
he died in 1914.
Oh.
Yeah, he's already dead.
It's been a while.
But I want to tell you about this
Going
Isaac
into
Washington
the
Brown
20s,
fella.
as we previously talked about. Roaring 20s.
So here's what they said about Colonel Isaac P. Brown,
Ooh.
the bee and bird man. When I first typed in about Isaac Brown, some website came up and it was just basically his, like the historical obituary that was written. And it's, I don't know, it's kind of ridiculous. Colonel Isaac P. Brown, the bee and bird man, is dead. He died at his home in Rochester, Indiana, last Wednesday night of acute indigestion.
Whoa.
Colonel Brown was here last May and gave one of his lectures in the Chesterton Public School building. He was 66 years old and was born in Carroll County, Indiana. He served in the War of the Rebellion in the 135th Indiana Infantry. Besides the widow, he leaves 2 sons. Mr. Brown was famous all over the Middle West for his lectures on birds and bees and appealed especially to school children. He had spoken in 26 states. Mr. Brown was at one time a protege of Helen Gould, now Mrs. Shepard. He had a good salary and saved money, which he later lost on the Board of Trade. He died a comparatively poor man. Before he began lecturing, he studied law, being at one time with Joseph Rabb, former appellate court judge. Mr. Brown's last lecture was a duplicate of his first and was delivered at Logansport 13 years after he had spoken at the same place.
Is that kind of them talking shit? Like it was the same as his first one.
I know.
He just redid it.
Well, the reason that he came back to do that speech was to be when they passed the Migratory Bird Treaty Act of 1918. And it's one of the oldest and most important U.S. federal wildlife protection laws. It implements international treaties to protect migratory birds and makes it unlawful to take, pursue, hunt, shoot, wound, kill, capture, or collect, possess, sell, purchase, barter, import, export, or transport protected migratory birds, their parts, including feathers, nests, or eggs, without a valid permit from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service.
Yeah, it was the genesis to the Endangered Species Act.
Yeah.
That came like 50 years later.
And
took that long.
That was the last speech that our bird and bee man gave.
Nice. And when you say bee, you're talking like bumblebee, honeybee.
I would assume.
Bee.
I didn't see much information about his bee work. It was mostly bird work. He wrote a...
he didn't teach a sex ed class.
He did write You might think. But he wrote a book called Birds That Work for Us. And he had a saying that every bird has its bug. And he was a champion.
Is that like he came up with that and tried to coin it as a phrase?
No, well, I don't know.
Like the early bird gets the worm. He was like, every bird has its bug.
But he was a champion for not killing birds because they're excellent insect controllers and everything like that.
Whereas like Hal Coffel would shoot an owl so he could look at it?
Only in certain circumstances.
That's for science.
I mean, yeah, back then they didn't have a Canon R7.
They didn't know how many there were.
Yeah.
There's got to be billions. This can't mean anything.
We must preserve it for science.
But yeah, I thought that it was awesome that this led me down a different kind of road of, another person from Indiana that was a big proponent of protecting our birds and stuff.
He must have been pretty young in the War of the Rebellion. He died in 1914 in the 60s, and the War of the Rebellion was 1965. He must have been a young fella.
Well, that's usually when you go and
that's the fight. That's the fight. That's the fight years right there.
But I think I think his unit was because I looked into that a little bit, and he didn't see any combat, but he.
It was like morale. He was like, "I'll take you birding."
No, his unit was like guarding Sherman's like equipment and their stuff like that, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's all I had on my man Isaac.
It's pretty cool, and like, because there was a lot packed into that. One of the most famous Indiana Audubon directors, the cardinal becoming a state bird.
Yes.
And then mentioning
Oh, I have the picture too. That memorial.
Oh, he's
that
a handsome fella. You sent that photo. He's very handsome.
Oh, his mustache. Are you kidding me? I know we need to move on, so I wanted to just mention this, the memorial that the Indiana Audubon had put up. And it says erected and dedicated by the Indiana Audubon Society and friends in loving memory of Isaac Washington Brown, known over the United States as the Bird and Bee Man. He traveled by various methods all over the country and spread the gospel of bird protection, which has been of untold sentimental and economic benefit to mankind. Erected in 1931.
Damn.
I mean, that's pretty monumental statement.
Yeah, it is. That's saying a lot. I wonder who wrote that. I wonder if
The Earl Brooks, man.
Earl Brooks. Yeah, that's
He might
quite
have
the
had some
ode.
input. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Damn. It does always make me wonder what birding would have been like back then. You know, I'm sure the bins sucked. If they even had bins, probably not.
They definitely had telescopes.
Oh,
Of a
yeah.
sort, or what do they call those? What the pirates
Like
use?
the pirates.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of it.
It's so
Anyways.
dumb. Yeah, but it kind of like the idea of conservation has been around for so
Yeah.
long, and it just every time I go through this and read through it, there's just more and more people that I see that have championed this. You know?
Do you wear white gloves when you're going through the correspondence?
Hell no, I get all. Pissy,
Eating
like, it was like-
Doritos.
What do you mean 1929? This is not supposed to be here.
Oh, spyglass. That's what
Spyglass,
pirates
yeah.
used. Yeah.
That's what we need to find out. Were they using spyglasses or
Yeah. Or it might have been like
binoculars?
a lot of mainly sounds. I bet those dudes could whistle a pretty mean bird call back then because you didn't have Merlin to play a sound.
You
so
had to.
I heard this bird. I don't know what it was, but it made this sound. They do like
Yeah.
a whistle.
I'm like, Brad, what's a cardinal sound like?
Oh man, I could not do a cardinal.
No, you kidding me?
That's like their chirp that they do. I don't know.
We'll hit that in post.
Yeah, I'll add an actual cardinal call in there.
So tell us about your trip out east.
Me and Sarah had a pretty whirlwind East Coast tour along the Appalachians.
Whirlwind, you say?
Oh, it was quick. Like we were in an area called Beach Mountain, North Carolina.
How long were you gone? We didn't even know.
I left on a Wednesday and came back on a Tuesday. So almost a
Oh.
whole week.
1 day short of a week.
Yeah. And
Actually, depends.
our headquarters in North Carolina was a place called Beach Mountain that I've never heard of. It's like a ski resort area in the wintertime. There's Banner Elk, Beach Mountain. It's in the Appalachians, like northeast of Asheville, North Carolina, like in that same area. Boone, North Carolina, Appalachian State.
So you're still up
there.
in the hills and
Yeah.
shit.
So it's super cool area. One highlight was we did a hike at Grandfather Mountain State Park. And I tell you what, Travis, I was humbled on my trail planning because
What kind of hike was this?
So this was
What did you plan for?
well, this was just a regular day hike, and I kind of this was like we were with Sarah's family and her brothers, and so I usually just kind of take a back seat.
I'll pick up whoever falls out. Yeah.
And we were trying to make it to this one peak because they're Callaway Peak, I think it was like the highest point on Grandfather Mountain, and it was kind of tough planning because you can do the Grandfather Trail, but then you're doing it in and out, and
Yeah.
that would have been 6 miles or something. But so her brother came up with this ingenious plan of getting dropped off at a trailhead, and then there was 5 of us, Sarah's 2 brothers and one girlfriend. We're going to do this hike, and then the rest of the family was going to go to. They have like a hanging bridge and a zoo where there's like black bears and stuff. So they would go to that, and we would hike basically back to them from this trailhead.
How many
And
miles?
it was like just over 6 miles, between 6 and 7 miles.
That was a good ways.
So the first part of it was your typical green tunnel, Appalachian mountain hiking.
Yeah.
Beautiful, just absolutely beautiful.
Oh, is this going where I think it's going?
Green everywhere. But this first part was like, we had 3,000 feet of elevation gain over like 3 or 4 miles straight up the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I can't just being.
You have a hiking podcast, shit. So, I'm used to this. And so this is what's up. Like,
This is good.
Nothing.
They were like, are you doing good? I'm like, shit, I live out here.
Yeah.
This is me. It's my identity
This is my
right
natural
here.
state.
Don't
What are you
you-
talking about?
But it was, I was taking a shitload of photos, tons of fungus. I love seeing all the new fungus that I didn't recognize before or whatever. And just taking it in, just like, man, there's so much moss. And I kept thinking like, that'd be good in my terrarium. Do you think it would last? Until I get home.
My first thought every time I see moss.
So just a perfect like 3 to 4 mile hike up to this peak, right? And we get to the peak and we made really pretty good time. Cause I know like when it's all of us on a backpacking trip, like 30 minutes a mile, like we're doing good. That's, if you can bust out some miles doing 30-minute miles, slow and easy.
How many miles per hour is that?
A mile per half an hour.
Mile per half an hour?
Yeah. Or 2 miles per hour. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the math.
I'll check that in editing.
Don't
And
look
if it's
at me
not
and
right, I'm
say
going to
it's-
cut it out.
Was that
Yeah,
math?
I think it's
I don't know.
2 miles an hour. Yeah. So just slow, easy. Time to stop, take a break, drink some water. But we make it to the peak, and it's pretty humid out. It's not crazy hot, but we get up to the top, and there's like 2 vantage points you can go. There's like one to the left and one to the right, and the one to the right that's the one, the Callaway Peak. So we got to the one to the left first, and it's beautiful. You're on these big rock faces overlooking a valley. Then all, like Blue Ridge Mountains, everything in the background, just like beautiful,
That's what
beautiful.
you're there to
The
see.
rolling hills. And then you look to the right and there's a storm rolling in. So then we go over to the Callaway Peak, completely clouded in. That storm's there already. And we're like, fuck,
How far you got?
3 miles, 4 miles.
You're only halfway through?
And we're ridge walking
that?
the rest of the way. Yeah. And then come to find out, like we were looking at our routes afterwards because I was recording it in Gaia and everything. And when we were, because these peaks, you're like climbing, and even one, you climb a ladder to get to the top of the rock.
Are you shitting
And
me?
you're on the peak. And these are like big, like 4x4 like the steps and the rails are like 4x4 blocks. Like they're
Yeah.
huge, thick ladders. You climb up that to get onto this huge boulder. But then we saw like a little bit of a trail, and we're like, I wonder if we're supposed to go there to see this view. And I think like we all kind
Oh,
of
there's a storm coming, and you're like, well, there's a view over there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. But what about that view, man? There's a trail leading up. But then like looking at our routes after the fact, like we didn't actually go to we were supposed to follow that. If you wanted to get to, because like we went all the way there, but we didn't actually make it get to the
Yeah.
peak, right? So, anyways, we start heading down, and it's like getting dark. We're scrambling, trying to get out. Like we got to just bust it and get out of here. And then it just starts downpouring, completely torrential downpour.
Did y'all bring any rain gear?
No, and that's what I was kicking myself in the ass because every hike I go on, like I always have my raincoat in my backpack,
Yeah.
but I had my dry bags. So I put my camera and everything in the dry bag, everything I wanted to keep dry. But only one of us had a raincoat, I think. And it was just like, I always carry a raincoat. And I don't know, out of all places to not carry one, that's
Yeah.
a place to do it because the storms just pop up.
Was it like a nice, like,
No, torrential
cool
downpour.
rain? It was
cold. Like we all were getting cold.
but not, it didn't relieve the heat. It was just like, holy shit.
First it was
And then
kind
it
of
was too
refreshing,
much.
but then you're just completely drenched. Everything's
Yeah.
soaked. You couldn't operate your phone.
There's a big difference between a nice, like, rain
Yeah.
while you're hiking and then just,
Yeah.
like, misery.
And it was like, because you would pull your phone out and your touchscreen doesn't work when it's too wet
Yeah.
because, like it can't sense your finger or whatever. So I couldn't pull up the map or anything to see where we were at.
You're waterlogged,
We couldn't
man.
look at the weather. But the scariest part, I mean, it got like pretty sketchy because we're on the ridge of Grandfather Mountain for like a good portion of this. And you go out on these huge exposed rocks on the ridge of the mountain, and there's thunder and shit going on.
And you're like walking on them.
Oh,
with
yeah.
There's water
Like you have
flowing
to,
over
yeah,
them.
and like complete, like dangerous lightning.
So you're
situation.
not walking on like a nice dirt trail.
Oh, no, yeah. And it's slippery as hell. But I
Yeah.
was more worried about just lightning because you're
Oh,
exposed.
sure.
Like you're out on a huge rock. This is like the one thing you're not supposed to do.
Well,
But
we
we were
looked at the weather and taking your asses out there.
right. But that's where we were kind of stuck because I was even trying to look for a place where we could just go huddle and let the storm pass. But there really wasn't anywhere where we can go. So
Really?
we just kept trudging on. And there were points where when I looked at it on the map, I remember there not really being any side trails. Like there's this one trail takes you out back to this area that we were going to. And we would get to a point and be like, shit, there was like a split. Or there'd be like the trail's going this way. And I'd be like, that doesn't seem like the right direction. It's going back up the mountain. And then I would look to my right, and what you thought was a stream was the trail. And just the water was just, it was that raining that hard where it was just like a waterfall going down the trail.
Oh, dude.
And there was like a huge ravine that we went through at one point that was full of rock fall.
Yeah.
So you were scrambling on your butt.
Well,
like
now
going-
that you say that, I think about which hurricane was it? Helena that came
Yeah.
through and
Mhm.
just hit that area,
this area,
like so
yeah.
freaking hard. And I imagine the same thing, like trails turned into rivers, like
yeah.
something, and you just got a little tiny taste of
Oh,
it
yeah.
right there. And
And
hell,
this area was part of the ones that was hit by that storm.
man,
Yeah,
that
so it
is
was-
kind of scary.
It was crazy. And
For
so,
sure.
and then like by the time we got out, it was just barely sprinkling. And I can't believe nobody fell. Nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
Because it was, I mean, these rocks you're climbing over have no footholds, no nothing. Like
Right.
you're just scrambling over a huge rock or like down. There was like 3 to 4 foot drops you had to jump down, and you're like jumping into a puddle. So you don't really know what's on the bottom of that puddle when you're jumping into. It was crazy, dude. That's why it may have been the hardest hike I've
That's
ever
pretty
done.
sweet experience.
But they would look
Made it
back at me and be like, you doing okay? And I'm like, I'm fucking loving
Well,
this
what you
shit.
talking about, Stooge? Like, let's go.
'Cause I was still kind of lollygagging, but partly because I didn't want to have to stand and wait on these rocks because there was the ladders and shit you had to
Yeah.
climb. There was one ladder that had 30 rungs that you had to climb down on one of these rocks.
God damn it.
So like I didn't want to get stuck out, so I was just kind of lagging back. And I think I heard Sarah say like somebody was like, "Is Brad okay?" And she was like, "No, like he loves this shit. Like, he's having the time of his life."
He's watching you guys not have fun and laughing.
But no, it was cool because everybody was definitely like, "This is definitely going to be a memory we're going to talk
for
about."
sure.
'Cause
That's
it's
what
just-
we always say.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you want to have those sunny days, but when the shit hits the fan, those are the trips that you
Yeah.
really don't
Yeah.
forget.
It was a really cool
Yeah.
trail because it wasn't just like a dirt path. Like
Yeah.
it was a really cool trail.
Nate,
I enjoyed it.
Did you get any
Grandfather
footage?
Mountain.
do you have that camera in like?
No, I definitely
Underneath.
I got footage on the first half, but not the second half.
Yeah.
I couldn't even take photos with my phone because I couldn't use my phone because
Oh,
everything was
man.
just soaking wet. Yeah, it was a crazy. I could have used you there to.
So yeah, you were really in one of those like there's a difference between getting rained on and then everything is just completely soaked 100% no matter what it
Yeah.
is.
Not one single jet
Yeah,
thing.
and that's where you were,
Yeah.
and that is definitely
for like for
an interesting
for a while,
situation
yeah.
to be in.
and it is just like you just got to get out. Yeah.
Yeah, you
It
just
was a
gotta get
blast.
out of there.
So then we left there, went to Charleston, my old stomping grounds, and this is the
And then
worst.
the storm hit you again.
Yeah, we did. Like we were getting hit by the storms leaving the Midwest.
Yeah, the same storms
Yeah.
that Indiana and Ohio and everybody's
Yeah,
been
it
getting.
was crazy. But we spent a full day in Charleston, got out on the water, fucking like amazing. Like always. I always said that's my happy place is sitting on the boat, cruising through a marsh. It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's
out
so
there.
relaxing.
And you lived in Charleston for
Yeah,
however
10
many
years
damn
or
years.
so. And it's so humid. This is the worst time of year to go to Charleston because it's so hot and humid. But then it was funny because
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking Indiana sucks. I was like, how bad does it have to be down there in South Carolina?
I took Sarah on a whirlwind downtown tour and then went out on the boat later that day. And it was just so hot and humid. We were at the beach too, and it's so hot and humid. And then when we get on the water and you're in the marsh, and Sarah's like, "Oh, I get it now. Like, this is pretty fucking beautiful."
When you get out there, is it just like the wind that just clears out all the humidity? And
yeah, it's always, there's a constant breeze.
Does it stick to the land, or is it?
Well, I mean, but it's also just so beautiful that you just.
Oh, the aesthetics.
Yeah, it's definitely not as hot. It's not like any other place. It's hard to explain because say you go to like Myrtle Beach, Fort Lauderdale or something.
Yeah.
It's city, beach, right?
Yeah.
Charleston's like city, miles of marsh, and then the beach.
A gigantic bridge.
Yeah, so there's just all this just pristine marshland, inlets and sounds that are huge. And it's just all untouched, beautiful.
It's basically because... Well, like Florida, it's you hit the coast and you hit water.
Yeah.
With South Carolina, it's like there's water,
like barrier islands,
barriers, and all sorts of shit just to get to the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, it's just a super cool place.
And I've never experienced that before until I went to Charleston down there with you one time, and I was like, man, I thought we were at the beach like 3 times.
Yeah. Danny said, or like Danny's my friend that lives there still. He says the only way to see Charleston's by boat.
Yeah.
So like even if you go visit Charleston, there's so many tours, fishing tours, dolphin tours, and don't be scared to go on a dolphin tour because I feel like I could take you on a boat and put you on a dolphin. We did when we were out there.
What do you mean put me on a dolphin?
There'll be dolphins swimming all around the boat. Like a whole pod of dolphins swimming around.
Well, what do you mean by put me on
to be able to see
dolphin?
One. To be able to see one.
Why didn't you say that?
Let's just
like you were going to put a saddle on and I was going to ride it.
It's like if you want to see
I'll put you on a horse.
If you want to see an indigo bunting, I'll put you on an indigo bunting. Like you'll see one.
What is that, South Carolina talk?
I don't know. I think that's the thing. Yeah. But so if you go to Charleston and visit, definitely go on a boat tour and just say you want to go through the marshes.
I'm never going to go to South Carolina without you.
Well, and I'm talking to listeners too.
Ah, okay.
Like if you go to Fort Sumter and go on boat tours.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
I did. You took me to Fort Sumter.
Patrick went on a boat tour when he went to Bulls Island when he was in Charleston. We found seashells, shark teeth. It's just like birding or rock hounding. You find a badass seashell, you find a shark tooth. It's just like a little dopamine hit. Just
finally,
I gotta find more.
He never would have said that 3 months ago.
Well, I always went shell hunting.
Yeah, sure you did.
This island had a protected bird nest area. I've never seen so many shorebirds. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shorebirds. It was insane.
Did you get good pics?
Oh yeah, I got some good pics.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Then now that we're on the subject, did you add anything to your life list?
Oh yeah.
And he pulls out his phone.
I think I sent a photo to our group chat with Chad.
The crane or what the hell?
Well, I was like in this one
herons.
I said in this one photo there's 5 lifers.
Oh shit! I didn't see that one.
And it was like a Hudsonian whimbrel, a black tern, a royal tern, and a black skimmer. And an oyster catcher. They were all in one photo.
Holy shit! I know I'm from the Midwest because I never heard of that shit.
But so I mean, it was super cool. It was
an
one
oyster
of those,
catcher.
Yeah,
I like that.
They look pretty wicked.
That was a hard name to come up with.
Look at that bird catching oysters.
What should we call it?
And then look at that black bird skimming the water. Let's call him a black skimmer. Yeah. It was cool.
There you go, Chad.
It was awesome. And I got some unbelievable photos.
What's your count?
Oh, I'm officially at 322.
322. What were you before the trip?
And counting. I think 310 or 311.
Holy shit.
But I still haven't gone through all my photos. And I know there's a couple more. Some of the highlights, yellow-crowned night heron was super cool.
I tell you what, that one that you sent with the 3 herons,
tricolored herons.
That's honestly one of the most beautiful pictures, and I'm dead serious on that. I didn't want to say it on chat because I don't like to give you too much credit, but oh my God, that's a beauty because every bird is in a different position at a different angle, but they're all very clear. And it's just they're all standing off of one stick coming out of the water,
and one's in flight, and the other ones are all looking at it.
It's beautiful, dude.
Yeah, I think those are like fledglings. I think they're really young.
No shit.
Like this year out of the nest.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah, tricolored herons, super cool photo, and some cool lighthouse photos. Yeah, it was an awesome.
I can't wait to see all your other stuff.
Yeah,
we've only got a sampling.
I took some street photo, like some building photos in Charleston that are pretty cool. Yeah.
You did some street art too.
It's almost like Charleston now. Like I want to spend a whole week there just taking photos.
Do you feel like you're in a different place when you're there?
Oh yeah.
Like it's not the place you.
There's like flashbacks of.
But like I guess the culture of Charleston because I remember you loved Charleston when you brought us down there and we visited Charleston. We loved it. And then at one point, few years or something, you're just like, man, it's getting different. There's too many tourists.
Yeah.
People are just moving here for whatever. They're not part of the Charleston. They're just outside.
I'm lucky in that Danny, my friend that still lives there, he found his spots where there's no tourists. You can only get there by boat.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to know that it's there to be able to even go there. So he found his own little slice of personal beach in Charleston, and
you said there's the ebb and flow of the water.
Oh, the tides. Coming and going.
There's some secret passageways that you can only take if you know the tides.
Yeah, and a certain kind of boat. Yeah, and that's where we were. Like we were at a spot you can only get to at like certain tides.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and so it's because even I was telling Sarah, I was like, when I come to Charleston, like I don't go downtown. We don't really do anything except go out on the boat and hang out on the island.
Hillbilly stuff.
Yeah, it's a blast. Drink beer. There's some kind of rule when you're on the water where like 5 beers equals 1. Like you can drink as many beers as you want and you never get hammered.
Dude, I swear.
And there's never enough beers.
If you're on a boat, you can drink 10 beers and you're not even...
Yeah, there's never enough beers on a boat. It's crazy.
Well, the Midwest had this huge storm surge.
Yeah.
Even if you watch the radar, it was creating storms out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And a lot of that was when you guys were on the way back.
Yeah.
Did you run into all that shit too?
We planned on stopping at New River Gorge National Park on the way home. And we got there the night before, did a couple quick hikes. It was nice out, like sunny, everything was cool. We got a hotel in the area, then woke up the next day. And it was like 8:30 and it was just black. The sky was just black outside.
Yeah.
And that was the storm that had hit. And even like when you would turn the weather on, it said Midwest to the Virginias or something. And I was just like, oh, this is the
We had a
storm.
whole day of night last week, this week.
And then so we hit that storm. It kind of dampened our plans in New River Gorge that day. We still got to go to some of the visitor centers and see some of the sites. But then driving home.
What state's New River Gorge in?
Virginia. West Virginia.
West Virginia?
Yeah. It's New River. I need to do more research on this. So it's New River that goes through this area. It's called New River. But it's among the oldest rivers in the world, is what they say.
Yeah.
300 to 350 million years old.
Like New York. Like, it's one of the oldest cities in the USA. Why are you calling it New York?
Yeah.
Dummies.
But it's beautiful. I asked the ranger about backpacking because I wanted to get a trail map. She was like, "What are you looking to do?" And I was like, "Do you have any backpacking routes?" And she was like,
"What you looking to do, young man?"
She's like, "It's all steep canyons, so there's not a lot of flat ground to make backpacking trails." She's like, "There is a couple," and she showed them to me. And then I was like, "Well, what about?" I saw some shelters. They had like these big shelters with huge hearth stone fireplaces in them.
Yeah.
And she said those are for day use, but there's campsites around them, so you can camp there and use those in the day. They have picnic tables and stuff in them.
So you had to put the fires out at a certain time, or?
I don't think so. I mean, they obviously have there was a lot of the Smokey the Bear today's fire, level is normal or whatever.
Well, with all that rain, goddamn.
Yeah.
Pretty, yeah.
But there were some beautiful campsites, beautiful place. I recommend it. It seems like it is like if you're on your way through that area, it's a great day or two stop.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would like plan a whole week like you would Yellowstone, like plan multiple days. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. You can spend some time at the bottom of the canyon, at the top of the canyon. It's cool.
What's the name of it again?
New River
What'd
Gorge. It's the newest national park in the United States. Patrick and Bazzi.
New River Gorge, the newest national park in the U.S.
And the oldest river in the world.
And the oldest river in the world.
Yeah. It was Bazzi's first backpacking trip was there with Patty.
Bazzi?
Yeah. Cool place. Yeah. He got a crazy thunderstorm when he was there.
What's the deal with that?
Thunderstorm when we were
well,
there.
it's because you went with Brad and Travey.
Yeah. I know. That's what I kept thinking. I told Sarah that. I was like, we should have had Travis come with us.
You know what's going to be awesome is you're going to go on trips and you're just going to invite me to make sure there's good weather.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like, hey, you got that plane ticket taken care of? Let's go.
So that was it. Awesome trip. Ready for the next one.
Dude, yeah, that sounds like an awesome trip. And I'm I did the storms and stuff kind of suck, but it sounds like you made the most of it. You embraced it.
Yeah.
And you got your ass back to Indiana.
Hell yeah.
Welcome home.
Got back, clean up. We got a couple more coming up.
Hey.
Kayak trip. We're backpacking southern Indiana in the fall, I think.
Knobstone?
Yeah, Knobstone Trail. Pretty exciting.
I told someone the other day, they were like, where are you going backpacking this year? And I said, Knob Creek. And they're like, oh, like the whiskey? I was like, wait. No, I think it's like Knobstone. But
yeah,
that sounds good too.
Hell yeah. Well, we ready to get out of here?
Yeah. Did we finish the podcast?
I think so.
Without Patty?
Yeah, another one.
All
it's
right.
like 2, right? Without Patty?
I don't know.
He was in Austria for one.
Oh, yeah, he did do that.
Yeah.
Now he's at a fantasy football party.
Man. Well,
all right.
Hopefully he'll come back next week.
Hey, we need our breaks.
Yeah.
To do other things. Thanks for listening, everybody. Keep on sauntering.
See ya. Debbie says bye.